I am just so saddened by this. I am so saddened. I don't even know. I am sad and I am disappointed, and I'm sure most of us are sad. Most of us are disappointed. I just watched something on TV, and I mean on the news on. I watched it that the mother and the father lost their 8-year-old daughter, and I guess the lady said the mom was like, "Oh, you know what? I was they went somewhere where there was a barricade, and unfortunately, they were trying to turn around, but by the time they were trying to make a U-turn, they already got shot at, and unfortunately, the little girl Soraya Turner died in the process of that violence, and the dad was saying that, yo, you guys killed your own. You guys say Black Lives Matter, but you guys killed your own. And he was calling out to the Black Lives Matter people, like, where are you for my daughter? Which any mother or father, it wouldn't even bring back the child. It doesn't mean that the child's gonna come, but at least let it mean that my daughter's life matters. And Don Lemon now went and what happened? He said that with Terry Crews, that because he did his own tweet and everything like that, and said that, Black Lives Matter stands for, it's their focus is police brutality, not black on black crime. So I was like, wow, okay. I went there and I went on their website, what we stand for, what we believe in, our belief, however you put it. Because right now I'm just like, no. So, and it stated that all Black Lives Matter, regardless of religion, regardless of sexual orientation, regardless of gender, regardless of financial status, regardless of immigration status, regardless of the community that you're in, etc., etc. They said all Black Lives Matter. They also even incorporated Black lives that are out of this country, that are not, that are, I guess, abroad and beyond. That's all Black Lives Matter. And they're here to continue what their ancestors began, which is to protect the Black family, which is to preserve the Black family. So if that is what their belief statement is, because I went through it, I just give a synopsis of what it is. I went through it, and if you go look it up, that's what it says. For now, Dawn to come and say, oh, no, that's not what they stand for. They only stand for police brutality. I don't know. Then what does the belief then? So why is it in the belief statements or the paragraph or whatever it is that you call it? Why is it there? They said they stand for all Black lives. And yes, agreed. They started off because of police brutality. Agreed. I'm against police brutality of any shape, form, anything. I'm not for it. You can see I am Black, blacker than most. I am Black. So that's not the question. That's not the question. The question is, where do they draw the line? And if he's stating that Black Lives Matter is just specifically focused on police brutality, so then what happens to the, is it the change culture or the cancel culture? What happened to the, I guess, 4th of July? It's not our independence. Or what happens to tearing down of statues and everything like that, burning down businesses and all those things like that? What happened to even going against Jesus, the so-called white man, religion? They went against love himself. So if they are saying, like Terry was stating, okay, if that's the case, they need to specify. And he's saying, he made he gave an example, or tried to give an ideology that, oh, if you say cancer matters, and then it's like saying cancer matter, and then you now go say, oh, why aren't you guys talking about HIV? No, Dawn, it's not the same. He said, oh, it's about saying apples and oranges. No. When you say Black Lives Matter, when you say cancer, because let me use your example, you say cancer matters. If you're giving an example, you're talking about cancer. And if you are saying cancer and you're only focusing on certain cancer, I have the right, or anybody that sees it has the right to say, okay, well, I know you talk about lung cancer, but there's ovarian cancer, there is breast cancer, there are different, different cancers that are out there. What about those cancer? That's not talking about apples and oranges. It makes no sense. So, and you're saying that, well, if you want to focus on that, you have to now go make a separate Black Lives Matter group. Really? So those people that are losing their lives, that are losing their children, that are losing their fathers, their mothers, and all those things like that. No. Their lives are not, okay, I understand it's bad. According to what you stated, according to what he said, it's bad. Okay. They're not saying that it's not bad, it's bad. But unfortunately, it doesn't fit the status quo that it's about. So they will have to now go start their own group. And then that group will now go ahead and protest. Does it make sense? To me, it makes absolutely no sense. Black lives matter. Black lives, all Black lives. And I'm going to say it. And I know I'm going to get like, oh, wow, she went there. All lives matter. Because we all bleed blood. All lives matter. But if you're going to specify that Black lives matter, if you're going to specify that Black lives matter, if you are going to specify that Black lives matter, that means that Black lives, it doesn't say Black lives matter only when it comes to, then specify it the same way how you're saying that they need to go make a new group. Why don't they put the Black lives matter only associated with police brutality? Which is that's not even the truth, because every other things that the woke culture and all these things, all those things are not just about police brutality. It's not just. So why is it that it's wrong to hold the movement accountable? Because I'll be damned, and I know every parent will be damned, including the Black Lives Matter president or vice president or leaders or whatsoever, if any of their kids are killed by the same movement. I'm sure they'll be damned. They'll be damned that all hell doesn't break loose. But when it's not at your doorstep, you have to understand, no. No. There's no understanding, because by the time it reaches your doorstep, it's already too late. It's already too late for Soraya Turner's parents, because she's already gone, unfortunately. It's already too late. So please, let us think. Let us think about this. Let us think about this. Where does it end? This has to come, because it's only going to get worse. We need to be held accountable. Everybody, everyone, regardless of race or creed or gender, when you do something wrong, the same way how a white person should be held accountable is the same way how a Black person should be held. The same way how you will protest for a white person killing somebody is the same way how we should protest for a Black person killing somebody. We should never be burning down people's property in the first place. But the kids' lives deserve it. They deserve justice. They deserve it. Because you know why? They don't care whether it's Black or white lives or this lives. They're kids. And anyone, not just kids, it's just extra worse when innocent kids are killed. So please, let us think. Let us just think. Because imagine, God forbid, we don't even want something like that. So that's why we should be aware now. Please, let us try to put an end to all this craziness. It's craziness. I'm thinking outside of it. So please let us think.